Among the many mystical graces granted to Saint Padre Pio of Pietrelcina, few messages are as urgent and as relevant to our time as his. Profound insight into the importance of family prayer. While Padre Pio is widely known for extraordinary visions, souls from purgatory appearing to him, battles with demons, revelations about confession and the Eucharist, his understanding of what happens inside the Christian home was no less supernatural. Through interior visions, spiritual perception, and divine illumination, Padre Pio came to see the family as a battleground where heaven and hell contend for souls. At the center of this struggle, he insisted, stands one decisive force: prayer offered together by the family. Padre Pio often spoke of homes not merely as physical structures, but as spiritual spaces either filled with grace or left vulnerable to darkness. In a vision recounted by his spiritual children, he described seeing houses surrounded by light, warm, living light that pulsed like a heartbeat. These were homes where families prayed together. In contrast, he perceived other homes shrouded in heaviness and confusion, where prayer had vanished. The difference, he said, was not wealth, education, or social standing, but whether God was invited daily into family life through prayer. In Padre Pio's mystical understanding, when a family prays together, heaven responds immediately. He saw angels assigned to such homes, standing guard at doors and windows, protecting marriages, guiding children, and restraining demonic influence. These angels were not passive observers. They actively carried the prayers of parents and children before God, multiplying their power. Padre Pio explained that even short prayers, when said together in unity, possess a strength that individual prayer alone does not always achieve. Unity, he said, attracts grace. The saint was particularly insistent that family prayer restores order within the home. In his visions, he saw that prayer reestablishes God's rightful place at the center of family life. Where prayer reigns, humility replaces pride, forgiveness overcomes resentment, and love grows stronger than selfishness. Padre Pio warned that the devil's primary strategy against families is division, and the quickest way to achieve it is by eroding prayer. Once prayer disappears, arguments multiply, patience weakens, and silence replaces communication. Over time, faith itself becomes fragile. One of the most striking elements of Padre Pio's teaching was his emphasis on the rosary. He called it the weapon and insisted that no family should ever be without it. In a mystical vision, he perceived the Blessed Virgin Mary entering homes where the rosary was prayed together. She did not come with thunder or spectacle, but quietly, like a mother checking on her children at night. Padre Pio said Mary healed unseen wounds between spouses, softened hearts hardened by anger, and obtained graces for children who were drifting away from God. He believed that many families remained intact through unseen storms solely because the rosary was prayed faithfully in the home. Padre Pio also saw the long-term effects of family prayer on children. In his spiritual perception, prayers offered by parents created invisible seals on the souls of their children, even when those children strayed far from the faith later in life. These prayers followed them like a shadow of grace. Padre Pio once remarked that many dramatic conversions he witnessed in adults were not sudden miracles, but the fruit of decades of prayer offered quietly by mothers and fathers who never gave up hope. Conversely, Padre Pio spoke with sorrow about what he perceived in homes where prayer had died. He described a spiritual noise, a constant restlessness, anxiety, and dissatisfaction that no amount of entertainment or comfort could silence. In these homes, he saw marriages weakening and children growing spiritually defenseless. He warned that when parents stopped praying with their children, They unknowingly hand over their authority to the world, which rarely leads souls toward God. For Padre Pio, family prayer was not optional devotion, but a duty rooted in love. He insisted that parents are the first priests of the home, responsible for leading their children to God. This leadership, he said, is not exercised through sermons or punishments, but through example. A child who sees his parents kneel together learns more about God than one who hears countless words about him. Padre Pio believed that kneeling together before God teaches humility, dependence, and trust in a way nothing else can. He also emphasized that family prayer does not need to be perfect to be powerful. Padre Pio reassured struggling parents that distractions, tiredness, and imperfect attention do not invalidate prayer. What matters, he said, is fidelity. In his vision, he saw angels gathering even distracted prayers and presenting them to God as acts of love. Heaven rejoices, he insisted, not in flawless words, but in hearts that return daily to God despite weakness. Padre Pio's insights take on prophetic weight when viewed in light of the modern crisis of the family. He warned that attacks on marriage, confusion about parenthood, and the breakdown of moral authority would increase as prayer disappeared from homes. Yet he was never pessimistic. Instead, he insisted that renewal would begin quietly, not through public movements, but through families rediscovering prayer. If you want peace in the world, he reportedly said, bring prayer back into the home. At the heart of Padre Pio's vision lies a simple but demanding truth. God desires to dwell with families. Family prayer transforms ordinary life, meals, work, suffering, joy, into a continuous offering. When families pray together, they invite God into their decisions, struggles, and hopes. Padre Pio believed that such homes become small sanctuaries, places where heaven touches earth daily. In the end, Padre Pio's message about family prayer is not one of fear, but of hope. No family, he insisted, is beyond God's reach. Even homes marked by conflict can be renewed through humble prayer. One rosary prayed together, one Our Father said sincerely, one moment of kneeling before God can begin a transformation that echoes through generations. Padre Pio saw clearly what many forget. The future of the Church and the salvation of souls pass through the family, and the family's strongest defense, its greatest source of strength, and its surest path to holiness is prayer, shared, persevering, and rooted in love. Share it and subscribe to our channel for more beautiful visions from Padre Pio.